Welcome to the second episode of Defined. If you were here with us last week, you would know that we discussed the Rohingya Muslim crisis.
This week we are here to talk about North Korea's nuclear shenanigans.
North Korea is not happy. Just as the country was rejoicing its successful testing of hydrogen bomb, the US butted in.
The United Nations Security Council on Monday adopted US drafted resolutions to impose new sanctions on North Korea, something the North Korea was not happy about.
Because of this, North Korea actually threatened the United States with the greatest pain they've ever suffered.
One more thing.
Yes?
It's on, bitch.
And Trump responded to this by saying that this is nothing that they have seen so far.
What are the UN sanctions? The UN sanctions agreed by the UN include limits on imports of crude oil and oil products. China, Pyongyang's main economic ally, supplies most of the North Korea's crude oil. A ban on exports of textiles, which is North Korea's second biggest export worth more than 700 million a year. A ban on new visas for North Korean overseas workers, which is the US estimates would eventually cut off 500 million of tax revenue per year.
There have been previous sanctions against North Korea. This is the ninth one unanimously adopted by the UN since 2006.
So coming to North Korea's hydrogen bomb test. This latest hydrogen bomb test was North Korea's sixth and the most powerful so far.
It is estimated to have an yield of 100 kilotons, which is 4 to 5 times worse than the one which was dropped on Nagasaki.
US President Donald Trump, who had earlier promised to respond to North Korea's shenanigans with fire and fury, said that United States patience is not unlimited.
They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
To understand the tiff between these two countries, you have to take a close look at their leaders.
If you have been on social media, you couldn't have missed the war of words between Kim Jong-un and Trump lately.
But as angry as they were at each other, you have to agree that they have quite a lot in common.
Both Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un believe that there is no global warming. They are both narcissists and perhaps have too much power in hand. In fact, their constant bickering adds a comic relief to the otherwise intense nuclear situation that the world now faces.
Think of them as these spoiled, aggressive kids who hate each other and are always competing. One of them is very popular and thinks that he's the boss of the world, and the other one is spoiled with daddy's money. But the problem is, both of them think that they are better than the other.
Scared Potter.
Killing you would send your brother a message.
So what have been the reactions of Japan and South Korea?
In August, North Korea launched a missile that flew over Japan, making Prime Minister Shinzo Abe reach out to Trump. Since then, Japan has been constantly supporting Trump's threat of using military if needed.
Meanwhile, South Korea has dropped 8 bombs along its border with North Korea as a show of power.
Many think that it is important to stop North Korea, otherwise it will encourage other nations to defy international pressure and build their own nuclear army.
It will also be a threat to NPT, which is a treaty that prevents the spread of nuclear power and technology across the world. The Guam angle.
Earlier in August, Donald Trump had told North Korea that any kind of threat to the United States will be met with fire and fury. But of course, Kim Jong-un could not take the threat lying down.
Hours after Trump's statement, North Korea announced that they are carefully examining plans to take out Guam.
But why Guam of all places? Because this island in the Western Pacific Ocean is a home to a major US Army base, which has around 6,000 American troops.
North Korea was also mad because earlier, 2 US B-1 bombers had flown from Guam over the Korean peninsula to join South Korea and Japan in some Air Force exercises.
The US also clapped right back and announced on Twitter that they're ready to fight. But how is it going to affect India?
Think tanks in India are concerned that this might lead to potential nuclear missile trade-off between Pakistan and North Korea, something that has happened in the past.
But the question is that if North Korea's nuclear technology has advanced to this extent and if it's going to be shared with Pakistan, how is India going to deal with this crisis? Hi guys, so this was all for today. If you want to see more of Define, come back next Friday. And if there are any suggestions or you would like us to cover a topic, do message to us on Facebook or tweet to us. Bye.